Let's speak about Lucid Motors, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. And wow, some absolute insanity happened on Friday. I apologize to be a little bit late covering this news. Again, if you guys haven't followed the channel, you'll be aware that I am very close to hopefully moving into my house. And Wednesday we hear news and we could potentially get the keys as early as Wednesday. So from then on, once it's fully furnished and stuff, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much easier to get into a routine. I also have a little puppy and he is a lot of work and you can't take your eyes off him for 2 seconds or else he's going to chew some wires and I don't want that happening. But anyway, that aside, today we have to speak about Lucid Motors. And I mean, this insanity. You can see this Friday candle. At the peak, it was actually up as much as, I'll move my camera for a second. Where are we? We can't even see it still. 93%. And it closed the day up about 43%. Let me bring my camera back up here so I don't have to annoy you guys in the middle of the screen. But it was insane. And it all comes down to this amid Saudi Arabia fund takeover speculation. So the PIF, already the biggest shareholder in Lucid altogether, is being speculated to take over Lucid altogether, which would fix a lot of issues that Lucid have, pretty much all of their short-term issues, and borderline guarantee success for this company. I don't think anyone's going to really argue that. The PIF basically has infinite funds, if you want to look at it that way. But right before we get into it, right before we get into what I think is going to happen in the short term price-wise, because you guys need to be aware of this, and before we get into the reason that this very well could happen, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button and subscribe if you end up enjoying this video and want more content. Also, if you're from the US and you want some free shares, sign up to Webull, deposit $100 using my link down below. You get free money just for signing up, and once you deposit $100, you can get up to 10 more free shares. It is a juicy deal. So Lucid soared 43%. We just saw it was up as much as 90%. Amid a report that Saudi Arabia's public investment fund may be preparing to acquire the remainder of the electric vehicle maker it doesn't already own, okay? Now, you will see they updated this and said Lucid declined to comment on speculation. If you've been on this channel for a long time, you'll remember we bought Lucid when it went public via SPAC, and we actually bought it when rumors first came out, okay, that they were going public at all. So we bought into a SPAC that wasn't even confirmed to merge with Lucid Motors when it had already popped a couple of dollars. And we got lucky. And I remember specifically at the time, Lucid had no comment. Lucid declined to comment on the speculation. And again, it's the kind of thing, we said the same when we were buying them the first time when they were going public via SPAC. There's no need to decline if there isn't a talk of sorts happening. Imagine if somebody comes to you as Lucid and asks for, you know, information in regards to, are you going public via this merger? And you can just simply tell them no. If it's not happening, why would you say decline the comment? The same way here, if they weren't going to contemplate, or if they're not in the middle of considering this takeover, why would they decline the comment? It would just be easy to come out and say, no, that's not happening. It's not in the cards. Who knows? Maybe in the future. So this line here, the fact that Lucid declined to comment, honestly, it fills me with more confidence that this could be a reality. It genuinely could. And again, guys, you have to understand the importance of this potentially happening. It just fixes all of Lucid's, not Lucy's, money issues, essentially. So the speculation that the PIF is working on a plan to buy the remainder of Lucid, according to a Betaville uncooked alert. The fund may be working with JP Morgan on a possible plan to buy the remainder, though it's not clear when a formal offer will be made. PIF's long-term plan appears to be to take Lucid private and relist the company on the Saudi Arabian stock exchange in some years' time, according to a report, which cited people's speculation people following the matter have heard. So, again, we're going to have to see how that plays out. We're going to see how that affects the company's stock price in the short term, but I can guarantee you this will not be the last of huge moves if we get news that they are buying Lucid. I would put all of the money in the world on that. There will be another big move, unless there is something crazy that comes out with it as well. Lucid told Seeking Alpha in an email it doesn't comment on rumors or speculation. The PIF currently owns, as I said earlier, 62% of Lucid. Whew, okay, Morgan Stanley's well-known auto analyst Adam Jonas and his team in October opined if investors fully appreciate the supportive role of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia when valuing Lucid. This is something I've always stressed on the channel as well. Having them as the majority shareholder is huge already. It is their working assumption that the relationship between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Lucid could extend beyond the controlling shareholder status they wrote at the time. And here we are, okay? The gains as the takeover talk keeps buzzing. So this only came out today. People are still speaking about it. I'd like to point out that as I'm recording, they're down about 6.6% on the day. I mean, off the back of a 44+% move. That is not that bad. And also for EV in general, it's a poor day with a lot of stocks being down 3 to 5%. I do believe that Tesla is down a decent bit as well. Yeah, 3%. So all things considered, not the worst pullback in the whole world. I know obviously it is a big pullback, but when you look at that candle, you can see a lot of value still being created. So also Bank of America weighed in on Lucid Group following speculation that they're going to be bought out. John Murphy said the idea that someone would buy a stake through a funding round or take over Lucid is not unexpected. The Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund is noted to already hold a 64% stake, 62, 64, wherever you're looking. Murphy and team also noted that Lucid is advantaged relative to others in the market, including through its class-leading technology as seen in the Lucid Air Grand Touring. And Bank of America believes that even if the buyout doesn't happen, Lucid has more pieces of the puzzle in place than many of its electric vehicle peers and is steered by a management team with the experience to push the company more successfully from concept to commercialization. And that is what we as shareholders need to happen. That is all we are waiting for, is commercialization. The firm has a buy rating and a price target of $18 a share, which again, when they would have had that buy rating, represented 100 plus upside. There is a lot happening here. I also just want to point out this here really quickly. We're not going to go through all of it. It's not very long anyway. But electric vehicle stocks fall as Hunger Games pricing war is getting scary. So everybody knows that Tesla went ahead and cut costs on pretty much all of their vehicles all across the world. The automobile sector started off the week on a down note after Ford's price cut on the electric Mustang Mach-E drove home the reality that a pricing war could break out to threaten Q1 and Q2 margins for both EV startups and legacy automakers. But we are seeing this everywhere. Nobody is getting away with not cutting their costs for multiple reasons, of course. But yes, this definitely is going to, bring the markets down in general. It is Ford. It is an absolutely huge name. You can see they're down 1.7% on the day as well. Adam Jonas warned that Tesla's big price cuts could accelerate electric vehicle deflation. As the leader in global EVs, Tesla's more aggressive posture on price applies significant fundamental pressure on its peers. The advice is for investors to prepare for lower margins and share gain in the near term. And again, we spoke about this before Tesla's last earnings. We expect margins to go down going into the next earnings and the earnings after that, more than likely. And we're probably going to see that with Ford now. We're going to see it with most of the Chinese EV stocks. We're going to see it all over the place in reality. So just do be aware. We're seeing this come out of everywhere. It's going to be a little bit of short-term pain for a lot of companies, I've no doubt. Now, again, we briefly looked at the chart there earlier, but I want to point out what happened. So here is the move from about pre-market, sub $9. They peaked out all the way up here, which is at nearly $18. As we said, a 93% up move. What's interesting is they went through this interesting area I had drawn out here before. There was just a lot of price action around these points. They weren't able to break out above it here. They fell off. They went through, came right back down, touched into it again. I would like to see, ultimately, if, there's a little bit more buzz again, get up here. Get up to that 1450-ish range even and stay there. You can see they spiked directly into it twice on that 4-hour chart. Realistically, though, I would expect a little bit more downward move, especially since, it was such an aggressive upward move. It is not healthy price action whatsoever. And we are seeing generally poor information and, sentiment in general in regards to EVs right now. So it would not surprise me whatsoever if we do see a little bit further of a pullback, even towards the $11 mark or so. I think, as long as a little bit of buzz stays, they will keep a lot of this money that's been made. But if this is rumors and, we don't hear an update on it in the next week or two, I definitely think we could start seeing a downward trend, especially if EV reverses. I think everybody should be aware now. There was a lot of reversals in the EV space, nice upward moves. And if we see a general, reversal again and we see a downward move, I think Lucid is just going to follow broader market until we get another update here. But guys, that is my thoughts on the Lucid deal. Again, the fact that they're declining the comments, maybe I'm thinking into it too much. I just remember when we were looking into the SPAC situation, and once they came out and declined the comment, it was only a matter of days before we actually got the news. I'm going to be keeping my eyes very, very wide open and watching Lucid closely, even closer than usual. If you watch this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you did enjoy, all I ask, again, is you hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And again, if you want those free stocks over on Webull, hit that first link in the description or in the pinned comment down below. Anyway, guys, I'll see you for another video very soon. Peace.